What's up everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. In the last episode, we made our way here to the flooded area known as Faron Woods, which is, of course, now had all of the water drained, and we learned the second part of the Song of the Hero from the water dragon Farour. And so, with pretty much nothing left to do here in Faron Woods, actually, well, I'm lying a little bit. There is one last thing we can do here in the woods, and in order to do that we actually need to head over to the Knight Academy. This is the first thing that I want to do before we really get started with what I want to do in this episode, and that's of course go learn the final part of the Song of the Hero. But there is one small thing that we need to do in Faron Woods, and we need to head over to the Knight Academy before we can do any of that. So let's just fly over here and we'll talk more about what that is. So obviously, in this episode, we're going to be collecting the final part of the Song of the Hero from the dragon in the Elden region. But before we can do any of that, there is one small side quest. It's actually the very last side quest left for us to complete in this entire game. Yeah, after this episode, it's just going to be story content from this point forward. There's one small side quest, though. And the only reason I haven't done it before now is simply because, well, I didn't do it last episode because we just ran out of time. I didn't want last episode to be like a 40-minute episode because I already was struggling to determine whether I should put the imprisoned fight and the Tad Tones in the same episode. But I went ahead and did it, obviously, as you guys can see. But let's talk to Instructor Olin. Oh, Link, how'd it go? Were you able to hear what Levi's had to say? I did, actually. I see. I was right then. There's something special about you. I'm feeling you and the vibrant Loftwing of yours will be just fine. The road ahead of you certainly won't be a smooth one, but don't lose faith. Yeah, by the way, would you be willing to listen to a little request of mine as well? As I'm sure you're aware, I'm the eminent authority of plant collecting in Skyloft, if I do say so myself. But you see, I've begun to fear that I've collected everything I can hope to collect. My plant collection now features every known species. I've started wondering if, in light of your travels, there isn't something you might be able to discover something new for me. What do you think? Would you be willing to look for a new plant species for me? Perhaps something exotic, the kind that would turn a few heads. Sure. I knew you'd be willing to help me out, Link. I'm truly sorry to trouble you, but please try to bring me something rare, something no one will have seen before. Your dowsing ability can locate the plant, and I love how we literally just have a view of his butt right here. Alright, well, let's get on that. And so, I'm just going to really quickly cut ahead just to make sure this video isn't too long, because we, of course, still have a dragon to find. I'm going to cut ahead till we're back in Faron Woods in the area that we need to be. So, I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alrighty, guys, here we are back in Faron Woods at the viewing platform. Now, where we need to go, if we look for this plant, is right over there. And so this is the quickest way to reach that area by a bird statue. There's really no other easy way to get there unless you kind of go all the way around. And what it's asking us to look for is, as you can see, this guy right here. One of our little friends, Kikwi. Ulu. Oh, hello again, Kui. I've been hiding out for so long my shoulders are stiff. What shoulders? How rude. I do have shoulders, Kui. They're just not very pronounced. All I was trying to say is that I'm constantly hiding from danger is a stressful way to live, Kukui. Everyone seems happy that peace has returned to the forest, but I don't believe it for a second, Kookaloo. There's no way I'm going to give up and come out of hiding. Not ever, Kuip. But sometimes I wonder, Keep. There isn't somewhere peaceful I can live without fear, without having to hide. Well, it turns out there is. Oh, that's fantastic news, Kookaroo. I want you to get me there as soon as you can. And I can verify with only about 40% accuracy that this person is a plant. However, Olin's field of study includes cataloging unidentified plant species. We can take this creature to the Skyloft using the robot. Would you like to call a robot? Yes, please. We'll try to make this quick. But as you guys can hear, I'm kind of over my little bit of sinus issue that I've had this past week that has kept me from recording I'm recording this episode specifically the night before it comes out in hopes of getting it out in time. Then again, it may not. If it comes out on Monday, if this video comes out on a Monday, then it will come out the night before. But if it doesn't, it comes out on a Tuesday, then you guys will know that I didn't make it in time. Anyway, we should escort this Kikwi to its destination. I forget that you just swing with the right stick before we can jump. Alrighty, so I think though, now that that Kikwi is on his way to the sky, I am just going to meet you guys back in Professor Olin's office so that we can meet him with the Kikwi. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alrighty guys, here we are in Professor Olin's office. I've come bearing the unusual Kikwi. Zerting, if you should have need of me again, just call, Zert. This is unbelievable. You found me an entirely new plant species. This is precisely what I wanted. Fascinating. Should this actually be classified as flora or fauna? I mean, plant or animal? You know, this may very well mark the discovery of a new type of species altogether. Oh, how incredible. The world is still full of new plants waiting to be discovered, isn't it? I can barely contain my excitement. Oh, Link, you have no idea what this means to me. Thank you so much. I'll take great care of this plant, life form, whatever it is. You should happen across any other interesting specimens, be sure to let me know. And with that, we got 5 gratitude crystals. It must have taken a lot of gratitude to produce 5 gratitude crystals. And with that, oh, we have 80. Now I remember what I was gonna do in this episode. I remembered that I was gonna go get my reward for Batro. Alright, so next episode is... Man, I'm wrong about a lot of things. A lot. I do this all the time. I should really... Like, I'll write out notes. Like, I generally keep up with, like, what comes next, what I need to do in these series. But then sometimes, right before I record, like, I usually tend to forget to just look over, like, the things that I need to do right before we start recording. And so, I did a lot of cuts there that probably really didn't need to happen. Anyway, we can now head all the way over to Batro's home underneath Skyloft to see or return these 80 gratitude crystals to him and see what our reward will be, as well as finally turn him back into a human. So let's just head on over here. Of course, we can just let go and barely pull out our subcloth at the last second and bring these gratitude crystals to Batro. I guess now that I think about it though, I guess it was, I mean, it wasn't necessary to cut out all that flying, but you guys would have just seen me flying back and forth about like 3 times when it's really none of that was necessary because you guys have seen me fly through that area 1,000 times before, so I guess I probably would have cut ahead anyway. Batro, I have 80 gratitude crystals. Oh my, you've gathered 80 gratitude crystals. If I'm not mistaken, it's all the gratitude crystals in the whole wonderful world. Thank you ever so much. Please accept this final gift with all my gratitude. And for our troubles, we've got the Tycoon wallet. No wallet can match the carnivorous capacity and luxurious quality of this one. It stores a jaw-dropping 9,000 rupees. This is an embarrassing small token of my gratitude, but I hope it will be useful to you. Oh dear, with this, I now have all the gratitude crystals I require to become human. I wonder if I'll really be able to make the transformation. My heart is aflutter. It's, Well, how do I look, my dear friend Link? Oh, you needn't say it. I can tell from the look of sheer astonishment on your face. My appearance has changed so dramatically, you've been struck speechless, haven't you? Allow me to tell you this. There's simply no words in your language to describe how grateful I am for your help. I am deeply touched. From now on, I plan to live happily with everyone else, not as a monster, but as any other person. Alright, and that's just it. That's the entire reward for your side quest. You can now hold up to 9,909 rupee, or 9,900 rupees, which is completely useless for us because we never have to spend a dime on anything ever again. But there are a couple of things that I do want to show off. So first things first, let's head up here inside of Skyloft. And we'll just head into any old home here in Skyloft. We'll head down here and inside of the Rupin's house. Which is yeah, actually the guy from the market. And I want to sleep until night, and I can actually show off one more thing actually while we're here. That at night, Rupin actually has a shop. So you want to sell some treasure? Well, today I'm buying these treasures: Lizard Tail, Dusk Relic, Ornamental Skull, and Goddess Plumes. And so we can actually sell to him if you want. So like for example, Goddess Plumes. How many rupees can I offer for each Goddess Plume? Does 100 seem fair? Not really. Yeah, that's not really fair at all. But whatever. But I just thought I would show that off. I don't think I've showed that off on camera. Then again, maybe I have and I just forgot. But I want you guys to notice something. One, you'll find Batro now. We've been over this, Mom. Uh-oh. Calm down, Pippet. Don't get so mad. How could I not be mad? It's been obvious lately that you've been giving someone rupees to clean the house. I gave you that money so you could buy some bread. If you keep spending money like this, I won't have any money to go to the Night Academy. I didn't take that job patrolling just so you could live a life of luxury. You've got to stop doing this. Oh, hey there, Link. What could you want at this hour? You didn't hear any of that, did you? There's no way you heard that, right? Sorry, pal. Oh, you heard. That's true. I'm working the night patrol to earn some money. But don't look at me like that. You're not exactly Mr. Perfect either, are you, Mr. Eavesdropper? Maybe we should just forget about this and everything that happened here tonight. Sure thing, and you'll get that after you've cleaned her house for her once before. One thing, first things first, I want you to notice something. These guys are no longer angry at you. They're now just as sweet as precious as ever. So if I target onto them, this is a rimlet. And these small creatures, due to Pedro's transformation into a human, they no longer exhibit aggressive tendencies at night. So yeah, now that Pedro has become human, good evening, Link. I thought I'd take a refreshing stroll around town, and to my surprise, there's not a monster to be seen. You don't suppose their disappearance has something to do with me becoming human, do you? Could be. Goodness, I suppose you are right. There's no denying that when I was a demon, I must have radiated a fiendish power in my surroundings. Now that I'm human, it seems the most unpleasant aura has completely faded from this place like an odious aroma in the wind. And goodness me, I couldn't be more elated. Now everyone can finally live in peace, and it's all thanks to you. Alright, so yeah, and there will be no more Keese, jelly blobs, or chews, I guess. Not jelly blobs, they drop jelly blobs, but they're choo-choos. None of those guys will appear in Skyloft. No, I think they still appear in the cave over there, but they no longer appear in Skyloft, which is nice. So I just thought I'd go ahead and show that off. And now that we've done that, we can now sleep until morning, because that was really all I had to show off for Batro's side quest. Now that we're done with that, though, we should be good to go. And now that I think about it, this is probably actually a good place just to go ahead and end off this episode. So if you guys did like this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. It helps the channel a lot. And if you want to see more content like this, please do consider subscribing. I know this one was a short one, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.